It was an amazing day for Facebook. Wow, the social media giant posted the largest one-day loss in U.S. stock market history.
NBC News financial reporter Ling discusses the $119 billion drop today.
Well, I think this is a really interesting story because the big headline, of course, is that Facebook stocks plummeted.
Yeah.
But you're really telling the story of how it affects the little guy.
Exactly. So Facebook had a really bad day on Wall Street today. It was the worst day that any publicly traded company has ever had in the history of Wall Street. They lost $120 billion. But if you look a little bit deeper beyond the numbers that you saw from this earnings report, you see that this company's suffering from a lot of growth issues that have to do with users, just everyday users like us.
Sure.
And so what we found is fake news, false pages, things like this continue to pile up. So what we did is we investigated to see how are they dealing with fake profile pages. And we found all across the country, police departments, moms and dads, and all kinds of different people are having issues with their identities being stolen and reused without their permission.
So what were some of the moments that you remembered by talking to someone from a police department or one of these small towns?
Yeah, outside of Oklahoma City, there's a police department that unfortunately one of their officers was killed in the line of fire at just 22 years old. And yet a year later, as the community continues to be in mourning, his likeness, his photo, his title is being reused in a different state, impersonating him. And this police department, and you'd think law enforcement could definitely get in touch with Facebook, had a really hard time actually reaching someone at Facebook to solve this problem. Because taking this down, especially when you're talking about law enforcement, is very important.
Sure.
And so it was a struggle, and it continued to be an issue for families as well. We've talked to families who've had their twins' identities stolen from their profile pages, repurposed, and alleged that the parents, the biological parents, had died, even though they hadn't.
Wow. Is there hard data out there that's showing just how prolific this issue is on Facebook?
Yeah, so Facebook says it's taken down 1.3 billion fake pages, and they tell us that they are very sorry about the case in Oklahoma City and that they're trying to do better. And one of the tools they're trying to use is artificial intelligence. But as you know, these automated machine learning tools can be really useful and they can do a lot, but at the same time, it's a massive platform. The volume of problems is kind of insurmountable. So they're trying to figure out how to deal with this as these cyber criminals continue to act.
Well, we think of Facebook as being unbreakable, and untouchable. But when users are dealing with this, they don't want to mess with Facebook anymore. We're seeing people, getting these fake profiles or getting fake news, and a lot of people are jumping ship. Is that part of what the stock plunge was about today?
That's exactly it. What we're starting to see is the amount of time that people spend on Facebook is declining. Also, the rate of new users logging in or joining Facebook or even just using it, say, on a monthly or a daily basis, that rate of growth is slowing down. Those numbers have been the cash cow for investors for so long. So as investors realize what is happening, the outlook for the future of the company declines, and that puts Facebook in a really difficult position. But I should be fair and say that Facebook has been anticipating this for a while. They think it is going to hit its bottom line. They've said it before.